Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a seafood mukbang ASMR. I'm by myself. You can hear the baby in the background crying, but they didn't want to eat. Well, the baby probably want to eat, but he breastfed. They don't want to eat with me.
Can I pick them up?
No camera.
I want to bring them over here with me.
Okay. Hold on, y'all.
Where are you going to breastfeed them?
Don't do it.
If y'all have a problem with
Don't do it, bro. You're gonna die.
breastfeeding, I'm sorry. Okay, now I probably can record. See, my light is too bright. There, y'all can't see nothing now.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, I've been wanting some crab legs. Technically, maybe I ain't gonna do an ASMR. I'm gonna just do an eat with me.
Oh, snap.
Let's see
You know what? No, no more. The sword's gotta go.
what's been going on in y'all life. I am trying to move. Y'all also got a rent-a-car today, guys, and I'm in love with her. So I think I might be getting another car soon.
Everybody said they're okay with it too.
But
Brittany said she didn't care. I mean, Sylvester said he didn't care. Brittany said.
oh, I got muscles. Yeah, I might be getting a new car soon. And right now I am driving a what am I driving? I'm driving a 2019 here, son. I'm driving a 2019 Honda Civic, I think it is. And it's beautiful. I'm gonna enter a picture. But I think I want it. I've never had a new car. So, maybe not a 2019. Because that's a little high. What are you looking at? Why are you looking at me like that? So I might probably get like a 2012, maybe 2014, something. But I have a 2004 right now, and I'm tired of driving it. There's always a problem going on with it. So when I was pregnant with Carter, it kept overheating. So I changed the water pump. They said the heads weren't bad. I just feel like it's time. I think God's like, I think you need a new car. And having 2 kids, and that car is kind of small. I love how comfortable it is. And my boys are comfortable. Especially the baby. So, I might get. I always said though I didn't want to pay a car note. That's the only problem. Especially because all my cars have been gifted to me. So I've always said if I do get a car, I don't want a car note. But you never know. You might have to step up outside your comfort zone. We are trying to move
well. Pretty sure actually we covered this last year, so it's kind of a bit like a tradition for us to come back to this location and reveal the decorations right before anyone. Alright, ladies and
get that
gentlemen,
card.
get ready to be spooked. The first Halloween decorations of this Fort Nightmares.
I've talked
Here we
to
go.
pretty much everybody that is important. I've talked to my mom, my boyfriend,
Oh my goodness.
and they think I should go ahead. So maybe I'll see how much it is to uh-oh, Carter, mama dropped a little butter on your leg. You can't have none of this. Are you finished eating?
Spooky ghosts are now in
These titty babies, I tell y'all.
Only gonna get more and more scary from
Titty
here on.
babies.
Yeah, I just want to make sure there's no one else in this room. Nothing else pretty spooky. No, I don't know, congregation of scary looking monsters.
He don't want to be in his little swing.
Oh, you guys been here this whole
I paid
season?
$200 for that swing, y'all.
It's time to die.
So Carter better get it together for his little bitty life.
And just like that,
I'm gonna learn them sit in the swing. Instead of always crying every time I put him in. That's my other son back there.
Say hi.
Watch him.
Say hi, guys.
Fortnite somewhere. They can't see him. So y'all, I'm literally just eating. I'm starving. But I've been wanting, not even wanting a seafood boil.
You've been telling us about clowns since the start of this video. Hey, well, you're right. There's a rather spooky thing going on at Doom's Domain. Well, I guess
I've been wanting crab legs lately, and
we need to be over there, and we're getting shot at. And everything's ruined. Everything's ruined. Bro, where you at? Yo, you think it's fun to shoot me, huh? You think it's fun just to shoot people, bro?
I just haven't had the energy to go get them. If you can hear, I'm congested. I was getting a sinus infection, but I started drinking my sea moss again. So hopefully that works.
Dumpstered that guy so hard. Oh my.
Fingers crossed.
I stopped trying because it was a guaranteed kill. Point blank range. Get him, Tyler.
Hopefully it works.
Right. How did I even miss that? Dude, yeah, you're right. Chin up, ready up. We got a mystery to solve. Ooh, hello. Yeah, I'm thinking you, bro, every time I get elimination, we should play like some creepy clown laughter. Yeah, let's do it.
And guys, this is just a simple seafood, like the little packs from Walmart, and then I added like 5 eggs in it.
There it is.
Me and Cameron just ate. Well, Cameron had one because he don't want none, but I just ate the eggs, all of them except the last one.
Creepy clown laughter. I bet he's spooked. Surprise! Really?
So this will satisfy my little craving that I've been having for crab legs. Ow. I pinch my tongue. Do y'all like seafood? Let me know. Comment down below. See, the only bad thing about snow crab is they little. So it's harder to get the meat out. Ow. Excuse me. So what else do y'all want? to see on my channel. A life update.
Come get the chest. I'm sure
I
nothing's
got,
gonna go wrong.
what is this? I got crab in my tooth. And it's annoying.
What's going on right now?
It's called Stop.
No, we sick of this game. We're
Shoot.
a clown. We still sick of this game. Okay, we're back at this creepy location. This, of course, is Dr. Doom's creepy castle. But it looks like
Yeah, I hear
something
my
crazy
baby.
is actually going on this.
He just turned 3 months on
this
Monday.
location. In the last video, we found leaks of players actually discovering that a creepy clown
I hurt my
noise was
lip.
coming from
I can't believe
Of course, we've heard this creepy clown
how
noise
fast the
before,
time is
because
going.
It's the same creepy clown noise that was found all the way back on our
It's
old
exciting.
islands when we thought some kind of
Because he's so smart, but it's also hard. Because I feel like I just had him.
Actually going on here. This location is changing. It has something to do with clowns. Now, how are clowns going to be coming to a Marvel season? That's the question you're probably asking. Well,
I'll have some mussels, some snow crab, some shrimp.
Real, like it's actually real. Oh my god, right? In the Marvel comics, a secret character called Noxio, the clown, can actually be
some mussels, some crab, some shrimp.
The clown is one of the kind of heroes that doesn't get talked about that much. But of course, by his name,
And I think that was it. I had eggs, but I ate all the eggs. I can't show you no eggs.
A clown superhero. Hey, well, I mean, I do for sure. But with Fortnite soon approaching the spookiest time of the season, with a creepy castle with weird
I sound real congested.
happening all over
Look.
Pleasant Park. In a Marvel season,
I'm actually getting better. Because before, it was horrible. I couldn't even breathe out my nose. But now I can. And with me working, I don't really have the energy to be taken off. I don't want them to think nothing wrong because I just got this job. So,
something like that. So we can spend all day speculating. We only have to wait, and probably not long, because these Fortnite bears decorations are coming into the game.
I'm like
Locations are
devouring
changing.
this
It's
shit.
all happening. Yo, speaking of clowns, look at this guy right here. Oh my goodness, this could be my last moment. I was such a good person. I did so much for the Fortnite community or something or other. Somebody help me! Yo, I'm literally gonna get eliminated by this. This is awful. This was like, oh my, this is awful. You can't see it, but my hands are on my face.
So
and
good,
I hate
though.
it. Gosh.
What?
Man, what a way to go.
Tell you kids
Everything was in my favor.
are loud.
Like there was no way I could lose. And then,
That's all outdoors.
And then I thought I was done, and then I wasn't, but then I actually was. Jonesy, where are you? Guys, if you want to
My mom's gone. She went to, she had to have surgery on her foot. So,
hey, you need to let me know. Who knows what
she's gone for the rest of the week. You gonna play with your toy?
What in the world?
They give you a whole bunch of shrimp,
What in the world?
but they don't. They give you two clusters of crab legs, like small clusters. They give you a whole bunch of mussels and a whole bunch of
an infinite amount of V-Bucks. Hello guys, if you want to be gifted free skins and emotes, like and subscribe with notifications on. Use code SCARYSCOOK in the item shop and leave your username in the comments.
No, they give you a whole bunch of mussels and a whole bunch of shrimp. Like, give me no crab legs. That's what I want. I'm gonna be doing another boxy charm coming up, you guys, because I think my October should be in the mail now. So, yeah. I hate the fact that these clusters always have what they have. A little bit of meat in this part. I'm sorry, y'all. It's really just me eating and mumbling. Oh, excuse me. So they got a little bitty. Can y'all see that? A little bitty one. And I got food on my arm. I broke it in half. What, baby?
I'm gonna run and need what?
Ooh, look at that. Baby is getting mad. He really just wants me to hold him. I'm over here just mumbling and eating, y'all. I ain't even really talked. But anyways, I'm gonna go attend to these children. And I'll be back with another video. So thank you guys for watching. Okay, Carter. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will be back again. Bye, you guys. Hi guys, welcome back to my video, or my channel. I'm talking about video. I am actually coming to do a quick labor and delivery video. I have my baby on July the 12th at 5:17 a.m. and I am exhausted. I am officially a mom of 2, and I kind of do got a surprise for you guys at the end of the video. So let me start off. You know what? No, I can't even do a surprise because I'm going to have to, how the story is, I'm going to have to say it anyways, but I'm going to try. Okay, so let's see. July the 12th, or July 11th, I started having contractions. I've been trying to get this baby out for days. Like, nothing worked. I have been to labor and delivery countless number of times, and nothing worked. I wasn't having consistent contractions, so they kept sending me home, and the more they sent me home, the more frustrated I got. And I'm like, okay, let's see one thing that I can try that everybody's been trying. and I went to the doctor. I had an appointment on the, I want to say the 7th. No, I think I don't remember, because I know I had an appointment on the 14th, and I was determined not to go to the 14th. So I went to the doctor, had my normal appointment, asked them about inducing me, and they told me they would give me a call on that Friday, which I think Friday was like the 7th or something like that. But he also stripped my membranes, and I asked, can he induce me? But he was like, oh, it's not a medical emergency, so we can put it in for a date, but there's no telling, when they will call you. They might call you Friday if we have any available beds, or they might call you that Monday. So I was like, okay. They stripped my membranes that Tuesday, and then I went Friday. They stripped them on Tuesday, and then I went Friday or Wednesday, Thursday. Friday came, no baby. Saturday came, and I started having contractions. But what I did do was I drank castor oil. I did castor oil and orange juice, and it gave me mild contractions where they didn't really hurt, but they were there and they were consistent. And then as the day progressed, they started to hurt more, but they weren't really bad. So, but I was determined. I was like, I am going to the hospital, and I am not coming home without this baby. So, later on in the afternoon, my contractions have been going on for about 3 hours. We went in about 6:40, almost 7 o'clock. And I told my boyfriend, babe, I'm going to the hospital. And he was like, well, what's going on? I said, because I've been having contractions and I'm just over it. So he's like, well, sit here for an hour, and if they still go on, then we'll go to the hospital. And I'm like, no, I'll go to the hospital. And he's like, well, if they don't, you've been going and they've been sending you home. And I'm like, I know. So you can stay home, and I will call you if I do end up having to stay. That way somebody could just bring you to the hospital and drop you off. And he's like, no, wait a minute and wait until, I'm like, no, I'm not waiting. I'm determined to get this baby out. So went to the hospital. We get to the hospital about 7 o'clock. My contractions were still consistent, and it just was really uncomfortable. So we go in there, and we're sitting. Well, because of the, what's her name? The husbands can't, or boyfriends can't come in. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be here. And I'm like, hopefully they don't send me home. So we get there. We go in, make sure we have our bags and everything, have them in the car. I'm in the triage for labor and delivery, and I'm there just sitting. They check you. And my cervix was not dilating at all. Like, I was stuck. So the nurse was like, well, we'll check you. She was like, your contractions are not strong enough to make you dilate. So you're still at the same amount, which is crazy, because with my son, I don't think I dilated either with him. I think that, they had to give me Pitocin because I was a week overdue with my son, which with this baby, I was going to be a week overdue. So, I just was over it. But she comes in, they check me. She's like, you're not dilating. She said, but you are having contractions. So I'm like, okay. We waited and waited and waited. They were like, well, we're going to see what the doctor wants to do. I keep looking at the TV because I'm watching Steph and Tasha. So that's why I keep looking at the TV. But they're like, we're going to see what the doctor wants to do, and we'll just have you wait here. So I had noticed, like the last 3 contractions, it was like almost 9 o'clock, I want to say. And the baby's heart rate kept dropping the last 3 contractions. And I'm like, oh. So I'm like sitting here, and it's getting later and later, and I'm like defeated at this point, because I'm like, they're going to send me home and I'm going to be angry. So I was getting ready to text my boyfriend, ask him where was he at in the parking lot, because they're going to send me home. No sooner had I did that, she came in and was like, well, the baby keeps having some decels, meaning the baby's heart rate keeps dropping. So you're 39 weeks and 4 days, or that's what the baby is measuring. And we're not going to send you home. We're going to keep you. So I was so excited. But they told me they were going to give me Pitocin. And I know Pitocin is horrible. That's what, you know, if you don't know, that's what speeds up contractions. That's what speeds up labor and everything like that. And I was trying my hardest not to have to go through that, because I did with my son, and it was horrible. And I feel like had I went into labor on my own, I would have been able to handle it. But with Pitocin, it makes everything 10 times worse. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna give me Pitocin, and they started an IV right away. This is about maybe 9 o'clock. And so I call my boyfriend and tell him, babe, we're gonna stay. They're not gonna send us home because the baby's heart rate keep dropping. Give me a second. So then I tell him, can you call my mom? So he calls my mom and lets her know. And so he's like, well, does that mean I can come in? And I'm like, well, after I get my room and I get set up, then they'll let you in. So I get my room finally. And the nurse, which I had an amazing nurse, her name was Evelyn. She was amazing. Like, she made me feel comfortable the whole time. She, you know, me having contractions and all that stuff, she kept telling me to breathe and all that stuff. I felt like she really cared about me and my baby's safety. So we got in the room, we set up everything, and then she was like, I'm gonna do a low we get in the room, and they have me on the monitor, and every time I have a contraction, baby's heart rate is dropping lower and lower. So they make me change positions. Same thing I had to do with my son, my first child. They make me change positions, get into a comfortable position where baby's heart rate is stabilized. So she told me she's not gonna do the Pitocin until the baby's heart rate is stabilized for long enough for her to feel comfortable. So we're there. Maybe I called my boyfriend, tell him he could come into the room. Maybe I want to say like 20 minutes, they start the Pitocin. And, you know, I'm sitting there. I feel the contractions, but they're not that bad. But they did a low dose. So I'm like, okay, I can handle these. I'm not going to need an epidural. And she's like, well, let me know, because you have to get a lot of fluid in you before you can get the epidural. So please let me know. So I'm like, oh, no, I think I can handle it. Then all of a sudden they turn the machine up. And that's when the contractions come stronger. And I'm like, I can still do it. I'm breathing through it. And then they give me oxygen because baby heart rate starts dropping. So then they have to turn off the Pitocin and just give me oxygen and the fluids. So they got me into a position to where, like, literally my baby's heart rate was dropping, and it was so scary because at one point my baby's heart rate was about, I think it went down to 80. And it was like 6 nurses that came in there. And I'm like, what's wrong? Like, you can see it on my nurse that originally, you know, they helped me and all that stuff. You can see it on her face that she was scared. So she's like, get oxygen. She was like, get oxygen. Baby needs oxygen. Breathe, you know, and all that stuff. Because I'm not breathing with contractions because, of course, them things hurt. So you're not thinking about breathing. But that was a scary point. It was really scary because then as my contractions progressed, my oxygen went down to like 20%. So she was scared, like, okay, stop pushing and give baby air. So once I breathe, baby gets air. And once it was crazy. My contractions started coming stronger, and I'm like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. You know, the typical things you say when you're in labor, like, I cannot do this. And my boyfriend's telling me, yes, you can, babe. You're almost there. You got this. You're okay. It's okay. And then the nurse is saying, you're okay. You're okay. So we're you know, breathing. They checked me, and I went from 3 to like 5, and that's when I got the pressure was so like bad. I'm like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. So she checks me, and she's like, oh, she was like, you can go use the restroom or whatever. So while I'm walking to the bathroom, I have a contraction, and I'm telling my boyfriend, like, babe, I gotta poop. Like, sorry for the TMI, but if you're a mom, you've been in labor, you know, you feel like you gotta poop. So I go to the bathroom, I'm having a contraction, and I just feel the urge to go to the bath, like I have to poop. And he's like, no, babe, you can't do that. You can't do that. And he was like, she said don't do that. And I'm like, well, I can't help it. It's the urge to push. So get up off the toilet, go to the rest, or go get in the bed. And they had already started setting up. We were laying down because she was like, well, I'm going to give you a break off this Pitocin. And she was like, you're only at 5. She was like, we're going to give you a break or whatever. By this time, it's like 1 in the morning. And my boyfriend, we're like settling down on the couch. Or he's on the couch and I'm in the bed. And so she's like, we'll give you a break or whatever. And I got the epidural. So I'm laying there, and he finally dozes off. And then another contraction comes. Now, mind you, I just had an epidural. But the epidural did not work because the right side of my body, my right leg went numb. And I think it was probably my right side because I was having a contraction only on my left side. That's like literally, I can feel everything. So I'm telling her, like, I have to push. I have to go to the bathroom. And she's like, wait a minute. So then they check me. It's like 4 something by this time. My boyfriend's on the couch snoring. And they check me. And she's like, oh, you're at an 8.5, 9. So I text my mom at like 4. It was like 4. I don't know what time it was. I need to look at my phone. But it was like 4 something. And I text her, Mom, I'm at 8.5, 9. And she's like, oh, okay. So they bring in the, you know, the things, all the stuff they need for the doctors. But my doctor was in a nut. She was delivering another baby. So I'm like, these contractions are coming. I'm like, I have to push. I'm like, not gonna make it. And so I'm telling them, like, it hurts so bad. And so they did practice pushes until my nurse came, or my doctor came. So we're doing practice pushes, and then we're doing practice pushes and everything. And then my baby heart rate like dropped. I guess it went off of the monitor. So they're trying to move it around, but I'm still pushing. they're trying to move it around to find my baby's heart rate. And I'm like, they're like, you have to breathe, give baby oxygen. But then the doctor comes in and the doctor is like, no, we have to get the baby out. This is not, the oxygen level is off the, what's her name? We need to get baby out. So your next push is going to be your last push. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like breathing and they're like, go ahead. So I start pushing and then I'm like, I have to take a breath. And they're like, no breaths, just push. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of easier said than done. Like, so this last push, I'm like, I have to give it my all. And I'm pushing and pushing. And then I have my eyes closed. Next thing I know, I felt my baby's head and I'm pushing. And then next thing I know, just shoots on out. And I'm like, oh, thank God. So they sit the baby on my chest. And they're like, oh, baby's okay. But my baby was face up. So instead of being, face down like they normally are, my baby was face up. So they call that sunny side up. And they're like, that's why it was so hard and this and this and this. But baby's healthy. And so I just have my eyes closed. I'm listening to them. And then they sit baby on my chest. They're cleaning baby. You can hear baby crying. And I'm like, they're like, wait a minute. Didn't you say that you were having a girl? And I'm like, yeah, that's what we were told. And the doctor was like, no, it's a boy. So yeah, you guys, I had a baby boy. I thought I was going to have my little girl because I already have a boy. But I had a baby boy. And they told me my baby, because my first son was 8 pounds. And they were like, oh, the baby will be about that size. This little thing is 6 pounds. He probably 7 now. But he came out little, feisty. And he's like so tiny. But he's so perfect. And let me go get him. So everybody, meet our baby boy, Carter Xavier Payne. And he was born on July the 12th. And he's like absolutely perfect. It's so crazy because he's so different from my first child. They both were calm. They're both relaxed. But I think the weight difference is what it is. It's like, he's so tiny, and it's like, I don't know, but like, it's crazy. Like, now I'm like, officially a mom of 2. And I'm a boy mom. Like, I wanted a little girl so bad. But, I mean, I wouldn't change it for nothing. The experience was different. It is it's harder now just to, because with everything going on, it's, a lot of people are more cautious. They ask, hey, nobody wants to see him. They want to see him, but they don't want to see him because they don't want to get him sick. They don't want none of that. So it's been hard. It's different adjusting. My son has actually been with his dad, and then he's been with he was with my brother and them for a couple days, just so I can get like adjusted with a new baby. So he's coming home today and he'll be here. But yeah, I mean, all in all, it was a great experience. Like, I'm tired right now. That's why I look like this. Like, I'm exhausted. But I mean, it's learning. It's a learning experience. I'm adjusting to be a mom of 2, and this baby is breastfed, so he's greedy. This one, he eats a lot. So it's like, I thought he would wake up, but I guess he's tired because he's been up all morning. And he just now went back to sleep. So thought he would be up for you guys, but I guess not. Anyways, this is my labor and delivery / meet my son, who we thought was gonna be a girl. We had to take all of the girl stuff back and exchange it and get boy stuff. Anyways, thank you guys again for watching. I love you guys. I plan on doing more videos. I know I always say that. I'm a lot less stressed since I'm not pregnant anymore, so I do plan on coming and making some videos. Now that I'm healing, I did have to get stitches, so like I'm healing, but now that he's out and I can maneuver around, like, I feel way better than I did. So I will be back again with some more videos, some more challenges. Thank you guys again for watching. I love you guys. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys again. Bye.